just wanted you to know that. But let's go now to Lisa. I think this is, tell me your book, my friend.
Hi. Well, this is my second one with AAE, but it's my first fiction book. It's called Time Tree, The Emergence.
Wow. So that won the award.
It did in sci-fi.
And you have another book out. Is it Wifeology?
It is. You remembered.
Well, I was thinking like, that's the book I remember because that's the book that men need. But let's talk about your fiction.
Well, it's based in two different time periods, obviously because time travel. But it isn't really a typical time travel book because there isn't a time machine. It's not your typical thing. Basically, I construct a world in which the creator has bound the time fabric to the earth with great trees that are created by people. And as long as they're paying attention, things go very, very well. But one time there was a carpenter who wanted a really neat looking piece of wood, and he took a piece of this one and he fell through time. It aged him. And then he ended up in a nursing home because nobody knew what to do with him. And he was surrounded by people with dementia. So his story sounded just as crazy as everybody else's. And that was this guy. And then it took this girl to listen to his story and take a chance on him and believe him and see what she could do about it.
Whoa. Again, man, we might have a whole movie club here.
I have had about 28 people say that to me after they were reading it. Yeah.
Gee. Well, I'll tell you what, to be fully transparent here, people wrote in and said we need a screenplay category. We didn't say yet this year. We're always up to hearing what people think, but let's talk about this because you came to the conference, I'm guessing, in the year prior, so you kind of saw the Author Academy Awards from a distance. Is this true, or was last year your first year attending?
Yeah, I do. I have attended twice, and actually I was a finalist with Wifeology, so I got to go through all of the presentation part of it, and I just enjoyed it so much. Kary, I have to say, in 4 years of college, I learned less about marketing and communication and public speaking than I did at that conference.
Wow. That's huge. Thank you.
To have someone, and for this one, it was even more challenging because this falls into a category called epic fiction because it's over 120,000 words.
Oh, wow.
And to summarize that many plots, that many premises, and 6 major themes in 90 seconds, you just threw down. And I'm like, how am I going to do that? So
wow.
It really gives you clarity. It helps you get really clear about what your point is and how to say it well. And it's the perfect challenge. So I recommend, just even if you don't want to win, just go through the Author Academy Awards process just to get some clarity on what your message is, because it's amazing.
Yes. Well, folks, share this live stream if you can, because I'll tell you what, everybody who entered, everybody who won, everybody who's going to win this next year, maybe you watching, we all benefit. We all benefit from people learning more about the authors themselves and seeing who's behind the tremendous book. Let's talk about what happened. What happened when you won? What happened after? How do you feel now? Give us the story.
I felt like when I got to the black tie event, I had already won everything that I needed to because of just the insane amount of clarity that I had. And the energy in that room is amazing. There are no bad books. There are no losers in that room, and everyone is so supportive. So it honestly, by that point, it didn't matter who won because we all won because we were there. But just to go up and have that extra opportunity to speak to that tribe and to say just more about, because, I thought about just doing the same 90-second thing that I did during the presentations. And the night before, I was like, I can't do that because there's something more that I want to say.
Oh, that's good.
To do that. And that was the reward for me, is just to talk about the importance of story in people's lives and just how, Jesus would use parables to help people get their heads around giant ideas. And for me, I feel like I like to use story in the same way. I've been changed by stories that have forever altered my thinking. And I want to write stories that way and have level of impact on people.
Yes.
So just the opportunity to do that was, that was the award for me.
Well, and where can people find out more about you? What's your website or?
Oh, my website is Lisa Rae Morris. It's RAE Morris.com. And I'm also on, I also have an author page on Facebook, Lisa Rae Morris author. And then I also have a Facebook group dedicated to this because it's a series. So I'm in the throes of writing book 2 right now, but Time Tree Chronicles will be a trilogy unless I can't stop, then it'll be more. And fans of that book can go to Time Tree Chronicles Facebook group and help me name characters, help me figure out plot points, vote on things, win prizes. It's really fun. We're having a blast in there.
Wow, that sounds fun. That is fantastic. In fact, Janet, who's watching, says that she would have assigned this to her American literature class if we didn't already have a reading schedule.
Oh,
yeah. You guys need to chat. Or you ladies need to chat. But let's talk about the night of and getting the award and this type of thing. Talk to me about the emotions.
The emotions. It was just kind of surreal.
Yeah.
It just sort of felt like
it's like happened in front of you.
Yeah. Pretty much. Because the year before I was a finalist too. So that, and from what I heard, it was a fairly close race. So, it was that same moment you're sitting there is like, are they going to say my name? Are they going to say the other guy's name? What's going to happen? And, and so I was kind of expecting it to go the way it did the first time, which is, and finally first prize goes to somebody else. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm sitting way on the opposite side of the room. And I had so much, and I ran out of music before I got up there, but it was fun.
That is cool.
Got up there and myself a nerd and it all worked out.
I love it. Well, in our last minute, talk to us about the other book, because people aren't watching this by accident, and maybe they're not into epic fiction, maybe they're into wifeology, or they need to be into wifeology. Why did you write that book?
That book is kind of like a love letter, because men just, I love to see Christian husbands who are trying so hard and they just need a hand. I've heard so many of them say, I want to do better. I want to know my wife. I want to understand her. I want to understand what my biblical role is, but I feel like they need to come with an instruction manual.
There you go.
But there is no one instruction manual that can fit every wife. So I was like, what if I help you write it yourself?
Ooh.
So that's what I did.
Folks, you got to check that out. Women, if you got a husband, buy it for him. They'll get the hint. Yeah. And wives or men, you can take the lead and get it yourself. So great books. Super proud of you. You got a lot of friends and fans jumping in that are saying things, nice things. Lisa, this is such an amazing idea. You inspire me. I love that concept of the Facebook group where people name your characters and stuff. That is cool. That is smart fiction.
They 10x'd an idea I had, and they've made it so funny.
Wow.
It exploded. So it's amazing. I've written 30,000 words in 20 days.
That is nuts. All right, I'm inspired now. Last thing, I'm guessing you're part of Author Academy Elite. We have so many now, but you are amazing. Is this true? You're part of both books?
I am. I'm very happy to be.
Yeah. And have you thought about some other streams of income from your fiction book? Because I know we teach on that. Have you kind of thought on that angle yet?
Yep. I'm looking towards screenplays, and I'm also looking toward a curriculum. I've actually written a curriculum based on this book. It is a book club guide that has guided questions and little tidbits and fun trivia facts for every chapter. So book clubs can grab that for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here again. LisaRaeMorris.com.
Yep.
Hold that book up one more time. All right. Time Tree. Love it. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Kary.
Take care.